Hey YouTube, it's LoKiga and welcome to another game of Civilization 6, this time as Pericles. So, Pericles of Greece is very cultural civilization, obviously. So they get plus 5% culture per city-state that we are suzerain of. Extra wildcard policy slot is awesome. We will be able to put Theater Square, not logistics, but great people points in early, and we'll be able to earn a lot of those. Hoplite is the unique spearman that gets plus 10 adjacency if they are near another hoplite. So that's pretty. I mean, it's pretty good. I'm not sure. Well, it's like 35 combat strength, but yeah, I mean, it's very good actually. Swordsman, you should be able to kill hoplites, but there are also that promotion for spearmen that is where they can deal against melee better. So maybe they're just one combat short if they take that promotion. Alright, so Acropolis is a unique Greece building. It's cheaper to build and awards one envoy when completed. So he gets plus one culture bonus for each adjacent district, an additional plus one culture bonus for adjacent city center, and plus two culture bonus for each adjacent wonder, entertainment complex, and water park. And it can only be built on hills. So that's something to consider. We're going to play him on Deity because he's actually a very powerful civilization, I feel like. So I think I am able to pull it off successfully pretty easily, even on Deity. So standard game speed, I think we will go for highlands since our theater squares are um, they have to be on hills, so the best map might be actually highlands, if I can even find it. Oh, it's this one. Right, highlands. We are taking the secret societies mod because I assume it's very good with Pericles because we'll go for Owls of Minerva and just send trade routes to the city-states. And then, so we are playing on standard map size, which entails 8 players. But, but, we are gonna remove one, so we have more room for city-states, and I'm gonna put 18 city-states. So if I get suzerainty of them of every city-state in the game, we'll have 90% extra culture, which is like idealistic and hard to pull off, but maybe we can. So resources, actually I think I'm gonna keep resources on standard. Yeah, on standard sounds good. I'm gonna put start position on legendary and maybe like rainfall on vet, so there are more marshes, rainforests, but particularly woods that we can chop for getting the wonders. That's always you want to do in the culture game, get at least 2 wonders so you can get higher adjacency on your theater squares. Because that's your main income of culture, having good theater squares. Now, if you're like an America that's appeal based, then you just need to have a good appeal. But we are not America, we are Greece. So I'm thinking of actually like putting some uh, some civilizations that use the cavalry. So we should be kind of good, but I also don't really want to play against aggressive civilizations, so I'm not gonna do it. Now, I think this is it for the start. Everything is how I want it to be. I could maybe like select natural wonders, but I'm not gonna bother with that. So yeah, I'm now gonna load the game. Be right back. Right, the game is loaded, and this is my first load, and I must say that I already like what I see. We have a very good tiles, very choppable tiles, and a lot of hills. Obviously, we are playing highlands, so that shouldn't be too surprising. Now, they will move the warrior up or here. I think might as well here. So I might as well go away from the desert and work the early bananas. Sounds good to me. I could also settle in spot and just grow two bananas. Yeah, it's kinda hard to say which is better. I would lose one turn worth of for food and for production, but on the other hand, I would recover food at least very early, and if I grow earlier, I would have more production. So if I settled in place right away, like it would be better early gameplay. If I settled here, work the bananas. I was gonna say banana, but I also found another bananas. So yeah, banana tiles for days. I'm not sure how quickly the borders grow. Maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I don't need to move to work with the bananas. Let's see how cheap is it to buy the tile? 8 turns. So I would have to wait 8 turns. But also if I work those tiles for 8 turns, I get 8 food. 8 food more than I would in the place. So I think it's worth it to settle here. You trade for production for food, but food is better early game because you grow faster and then work more production. And especially since we are next to another banana, but that also kind of depends on like how fast would border grow again. But I'm not exactly sure what is the number for the borders to grow on their own. I think it's pretty slow in the early game unless you find another theater square. I mean, city state of cultural city state. I mean, because you get the extra culture, which is basically doubles your early culture gains. Alright, I don't think amenities do anything in the early game, so I'm not sure why we have point 0.3. So from population, I see. Wait, why does it say that we have? This is a little bit from buildings total and from palace. So it says totally from all the buildings you get. Alright, so let's start with the scout. Scout is the best thing you can build early, although maybe not on the hill map because it's unless they get promoted they will be kind of slow, as slow as regular units, but they are also cheap and there are some merit to getting them the survey civic. So yeah, right. So the first research that we want to take might be mining, so we can reach the hoplites, because I feel like hoplites would be better than archers if we get two of them. Uh, so there are like 7 other players. No, wait, I'm the seventh. So there are 4 other players. I mean, my math is wrong. There are 6 other players. I could kill like one player, so there are only 6 of us left. That would be pretty okay. So maybe rushing early war is beneficial. As for the code of laws, we will want to go for theater square. I feel like we should rush it, but I'm not sure if there is much point in rushing the thingy. If we can build a wonder, it would be boosted. If we can grow civilization to 6 population, it would also get boosted. So I guess we will go by ear and see what's better when it happens. So playing the early game, in scouting, you usually want to go on the tiles you can see more, which are usually the hills, but you also want to kinda move away from your city as far as you can. So moving doubly makes more sense as well, like two tiles. Now scouts usually, alright, this is the coast. I maybe could have seen it before, but alright. So our next city has to be maize or something else. It might be still too early. I might still want one more scout. I mean, we are already population 2, so settler probably makes more sense, but I also want I want to have more knowledge on the map. So this is disaster level 2, so we can settle this geothermal fissure and be far away from the volcano without getting pillaged. Right, this is decent harbor, but not on the particularly useful spot unless I put it in my capital. Right, so move coastally for now. So we will have the wonder boost, so that's for holy sites, right? They want to go for holy site. I don't see a particularly good holy site, so I'm not really tempted. Religion. Religion would be nice, but I think we are playing the like spamming a lot of theater square strategy as Pericles. We don't really need the faith to get the national parks. This is Paititi. Holy. Alright, we discovered a society, so that's the Hermetic Order. Let's see. I kind of want to remember what they give. Oh, so they are Hermetic. Wait, they're not Hermetic. They are also Minerva. Oh, here they are. So they give ley lines, right? I did forget about them. But for I think also of Minerva is the play. So we have two available governors, and I'm not gonna put a point in them yet because diplomacy, man. We want to be diplomatic early game, and if we are a part of a society that the the AI isn't, they will hate us automatically for no good reason, for say, but they will still hate us. So it's best to first make friends with them if possible or kill them. Right, let's go for settler now. Could also go early monument, which I think is actually a play. Early monument in a settler. Although I could also put Magnus with a provision, which would be equally good. Right, I will go settler in the monument and I'll put Magnus with provision in the capital. It should give you provision as well. Wait, where is he? Oh, that's the wrong button. Right, so provision. And let's keep exploring. So how do I rotate? It's Alt and left click on the mouse. So let's see. So here's the edge of the map. Doesn't mean much. We can kind of explore everywhere. I guess highlands is a very large map. Plus this is a standard map and so on. So finding out where the iron is kind of good, but I don't think we can kill enough barbarians. Oh, Singapore is actually on my wonder. He gives production to building monuments. Yes, buildings, wonders and districts, so that's pretty good. I kind of want to keep them for the wonders boost, and there are actually very good city-state in general. Your cities receive +2 production for each foreign civilization they have a trade route to. Wait, what? Your cities receive +2 production. So that's for a single city. I mean, it's still pretty good, but it's I thought it was better than that. I mean, it's still very good. Right, a free builder. That's insane. I still don't have survey, so maybe I should have waited for survey, but I will wait if I find next tribal village, and it's gonna be good enough. Now, irrigation would be maybe good. I would have some. Well, I say that, but iron working is better because I would just be able to chop out the rainforest with Magnus. Right, let's go. I think I can just leave this builder. Now, warrior, I kind of want to like move in this direction. Yeah, let's keep moving downwards first because there might be another city state downwards, and then we'll go kinda loop to loop. Um, I'll move in the rice marsh. That's fine. There is the edge of the map, so I might send the scout downwards actually. Alright, tribal village. We are gonna wait for the. Can I move through without taking the tribal village? I'm not sure if you can, so I'm not gonna risk it. I'm just gonna wait for survey, and then I'm gonna test it. They want to test it. If it doesn't work, it's gonna be a waste of move. They, I guess yeah. Ooh, Zanzibar. Zanzibar, we are the first one, and they are the luxury city state. That's pretty good. Yep. Luxuries, amenities are quite valuable in current patch, in the latest update, and we are playing the latest update. So let's take everything but the discipline because we didn't even find a single barbarian unit, so don't feel the pressure. We do have survey, so let's take the tribal village. We discover a society. They are the void singers. They are pretty good. They're a pretty good society for a culture game. If you want to like spam a lot of, how do you call them, natural parks. If you want to spam a lot of them, they will give you fate if you don't have a religion. So they're very valuable for a culture gameplay. But I think our main gameplay with Pericles is going for a lot of theater squares. So we might be fine without a lot of parks. So the Buenos Aires, they also are the luxury city state. So that's pretty decent, I guess. I think it's better if you have two of them on your side because you actually need a lot of amenities for the good benefit in the end. Like one city state might help you to be positive amenities, but the second city state might help you to be aesthetic. Right. So this is like coastal, if I'm following this line correctly. Yeah, more or less. So Buenos Aires, meeting Buenos Aires means that there aren't a lot of civilization here. I mean, a lot of players here. So I might be able to get more tribal villages, maybe more. So there, I mean, first envoys, first meetings on the city-states, and that's kind of my goal. Now for the first city, I think Vine settlement would be pretty decent. As with the marsh settlement, but I don't really need the harbor. And this is not really a good harbor either. Could always go for a commercial hub. Settling here, I kinda think it's less important. Just because they're, well, it could be good. But I actually cannot put two cities. Maybe I can like settle Maze and settle this one, but this city won't have the housing. I'm really tempted to settle the Vine, to be honest. Cattle, cattle settle is pretty decent as well. I don't have knowledge here, which is kind of annoying. Alright. Just send the first city. Let the first city be at least a good one. It has two tile, potentially 4 food tile, which is the rice, and another 5 unit tile, which is the bananas, which I'm working in capital. And I grew my capital pretty big by now, so I will get the boost for the early empire pretty soon, which is excellent. Now the scout, kinda slowly move him here. You can go here. Right, it's very weird. They still didn't find any barbarian at all. Is this a city-state? I think it's a city-state. Usually civilization or players have 2 lines, while city-states only have 1 color line, like you can see. So we were the first to meet Taruga, and they give percentage science for each different improved strategic resource they have. So strategic resources, I mean, could be good. It's basically Pericles, just for science. I kind of wanted to move here first. Alright, I guess it doesn't really matter. Alright, let's just see this lake. Let's just go around lake more or less. Now, warrior, I will start bringing warrior here. Yeah. Just kind of hoping to find something interesting in snow and tundra. Right, this is actually encircled by mountains, and then this fur tile is even better than the banana tile. Right, first barbarian encampment. I don't really have to rush the bronze working, so let's go for animal husbandry. I don't have any target that I want to declare war against, so I'm not gonna go iron working rush or even hoplite rush, which is a little bit sooner. Now I think I send you downwards. He will attack the scout, but I will get free XP, free double XP to be exact. Now, this builder might want to be here for the marsh farm, which will be irrigation boost. I could go for irrigation and just ignore horses. Right, let's go for another settler. I really don't see a reason not to go for another settler. It's really hard to find a reason not to go for another settler in this game, you know? Right, if I settle on the vine, 1, 2, 3, 4, I will still be able to settle on this river. So, oh, this settlement looks better actually. It is further away, but it just looks better. Maybe I settle on marsh first then. Wait, what is my special bonus? Culture for each adjacent district and an additional culture for being adjacent to city center. So I want to make theater square adjacent to the, and I could do it, like put a harbor here and a theater square here. If I settle on the marsh, I still can settle this turn though, and I can put it. Wait, it needs to be a hill, so I would have to put it on the bananas. Right, this is a hill, pretty sure, yeah, Plains Hill. Here, however, I could put it on desert, I assume. It's a whatever hill, just as long as it's a hill. Can only be built on hills, yep. Doesn't specify grass on, it doesn't specify grass on plains. So I would have to get rid of banana eventually. But I mean, I have a decent amount of production. Alright, I think I'll send you here first, just because this is a better city for a Theater Square Rush. Right, yeah, he did get the XP for a promotion. So let's move, promote him for Alpine, so he just speeds. He's just now a speedster on the hills. Delicate Arch. Really? Yearvern. Right, so we weren't the first to meet them, so that means that they are there is a civilization in this direction, so this settlement is actually very good for extra loyalty on this land. Right, trade route. Now I do kinda want to buy a trade route, so it would be kinda nice to get some money from tribal villages or something useful. I'm not gonna deal with those barbarians using a scout, obviously, so I'm just gonna run. I could move through the Yerevan or around here to see for potential city locations. And we meet Germany. Right, so we did get a boost for writing because we meet them. I'm gonna send a delegation, but they're just gonna hate me because my influence is on the city states and he hates competition. So could be good time to go for bronze working so we can get hoplites. But that also depends how soon the wait he's friendly with me. Well, all right. At least I'm not forced to now to research something that I don't want to have yet. Right, I will settle you here in the end. Now this builder is kinda useless in this city as well. Can still settle next city on the marsh, but I'm kinda thinking that I will find something better here. So let's first move the scout there. You can go for monument. How expensive is the trader? Pretty actually cheap. If I didn't send the delegation, I would have enough. But That's fine. I could go for the surplus logistics and buy a trader in this city and have a good foothold to work, which is kinda appealing. Unless I want to start working also of Minerva right away and just start sailing the trade routes to Singapore. That's an interesting concept I must say. But Singapore suzerainty is not as important as it would be if it was a cultural city-state. Zanzibar, on the other hand, is decent, but I still need to reveal the land. Yerevan is too far away, and there is a barbarian running there, so I'm kind of worried about that. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this builder. I think I just wait with you here for now. Right, let's move the scout. We find another tribal village. We also meet Georgia. She might steal the tribal village, unfortunately, unless she already moved. I'm not sure. Let's send the delegation, and that's it. So I'm basically, yeah, unlucky. So basically, I'm not sure if I had to send the delegation, but at least we know now that she is up here, probably near the tundra. So there's not much competition. I will kinda explore a little bit tundra, but I should be careful for barbarians. Early Empire was boosted, so that's pretty good. Yeah, our Magnus city is 5 population. Alright, at this point, after the settler is finished, I'm going for granary. I mean, I said after, but that's fine game, do what you want. um, yeah, let's go here. Do I want to? Yeah, I might want to actually. I should have attacked for XP actually there. And what I say I might want to do is move Magnus as soon as this settler is finished. Grow my this city and start spamming settlers from this city. Could be interesting way to do things. It will build the city a little bit slower, but it will be closer to the land that I'm gonna to settle. So it might be a thing to do. I don't know. So alright, our next city is gonna be the swamp or a marsh tile, and then we are gonna do maybe buy for a marsh, for a rice marsh. No, that doesn't look likely to happen. Do I just go for a irrigation so I can put thingies on thingies? Alright, if I put city here, I can put Twitter square here, right? It will get the adjacency, or it has to be on the hill. And what do I want to put here is the question. Entertainment district. Right. So I don't have to actually get rid of the bananas. I could go for irrigation straight away and just use this one for the capital because capital needs more housing. Now Scout did provide the information here, so he can start moving toward the Bandar Pranay, and that's fine. Right, first Barbarian Scout that's actually near me. I'm gonna ignore you and try to seek for tribal villages in the snow. I mean, in reality, it would be weird if they survived in the snow, but on the other hand, it's just a game. So our next city... Wait, what? Ah, I counted wrongly. I mean, it's fine. I still can kinda settle here anyway. Just the question is if I want to prioritize it. Let's first move the scout. Right, I could settle there actually here. But it's whatever still. I want to settle the fresh water ideally, so maybe this plain hill next. Right, let's actually just send this settler on the cattle tile and call it good enough. Yeah. And now that I finished a settler, I'm gonna reassign Magnus, put him in the Mycne, and you're gonna go for a settler. Is that what I want to do is the question? Hmm. It's pretty long, but I could have the colonization card. So it would be like 50% faster. And I was gonna buy a trader here. So let's buy a trader for now. I'm not sure if I want to trade to capital for the road possibly, or do I want to trade with someone else? Like if I went for year one, I would get one fate. I guess I still have the extra wild card, so let's just trade with capital. How am I gonna trade with Zanzibar there? I have to explore around, I guess, or something. Kinda insane. Right, I cannot move my scout, so let's move here at least. Alright, so I have a extra policy, so let's put the colonization, move the urban planning. Survey is still pretty good. Is this might want to build a galley for the era score and for this envoy. I might want to do it. We'll see. Do I just go for a Theater's Rush now so I can at least place those thingies? I think that's the yes. And if I'm gonna do it in capital, I'm gonna first improve the vine. If I'm gonna do it in capital, I will probably do it here. Commercial hub Theater's So I still need Magnus for this city, but it doesn't have housing, so yeah, getting those things at least gonna provide some housing. Now I have two governor tiles, but I still the right way to go about this is not unlocking any of you yet. And I'm going for Owls of Minerva just because that's what I plan to do in the first place. I guess Bengala is a good choice while I wait for thingies, or I could go for a money, get suzerainty of like Taruga or Zanzibar, get some amenities. Yeah, I think it's worth it to go for Bengala and just put him in the capital. Uh, in early games, culture is usually better, but yeah, it's just better. So we can get the first government faster. So I will take the connoisseur in advance. I now need to go for... Right, I still need to boost this, so I'm gonna wait on it. But I need the government plazas for extra governors because I need to have a spare for the Owls of Minerva. And also to take the other promotion, which is the researcher, which is pretty handy as well. Right, the first barbarian camp. Very good. You can wait one more turn. I'm hard researching the irrigation because I don't want to spend the money to buy this farm. Uh, And yeah, there's, I guess maybe, but not really. Right, let's get this. Now, I was gonna say why did it change your housing, but you actually just completed your granary, which is fine. Now, a settler is pretty viable thing to go for. I did put settler policy card, so let's see how fast you can build them. You will do it in 14 turns. Builder, how long do you need to move? Actually, settler, how long do you need to move? If you started from here to reach like here, 18 turns, 11, so like 7 turns to just reach the city. And what's the difference in build? 8 turns. This is 14 turns. So this would be actually more better, except that I'm building a road, so it might change. No, I don't know actually. I could go here for a builder after the monument or even granary. I think builder is better. And just reswap the governors. I guess it depends where do I want to settle next. Let's see a little bit. Settler map mode for the housing thingy. Right, so you are settling this turn here. A cattle city, nice, +1 extra food in this city, which is incredible. Now, this city is gonna probably go for a theater square in the campus. I'm still far away, so let's start with the monument. It has 5 housing, so granary is not a best thing to start. You will move, yep. Ooh, there's interesting city here. Maybe even on this tile even better. So maybe I actually want a city here rather than here. That's just a maybe though. I mean we have to attack and then heal. Let's explore. Right, now our next thing for researching technology should be revealing horses finally. I could actually just go for a settler and still go for a settler here as well because settlers are just that good. I mean, it will kill one population unless I micromanage it, which I can also do it. But Pingala is gonna be a little bit upset, so let's put Pingala here so he can just sit. I'm gonna put Magnus in capital. It's gonna be before the settler, and when this city finishes the settler, I will send it to this city. Yeah, I will save all the population I can, I guess. And that's fine, I'll just lose some early culture, but the earlier you build the cities, the better, to be fair. I will regain that culture eventually. Alright, let's go for this banana irrigation tile. Right, I guess there's nothing in snow. I was right about tribal villages not being able to survive in snow. Right. Ah shit, that was the wrong movement. But it's fine. No reason to be upset. Alrighty. He attacked, so he's dead now. I should have moved to cattle. We're getting gold. You die. We discover how are the Sanguine Pact, if I remember it correct. Yeah, I remember the secret society name correctly. Kudos to me. We have a governor. I could go for Isles of Minerva, but I actually don't have any Let's fortify here, cancel, then take the battle cry. So I wonder if it counts as a fortification. I know I get the 10 HP extra either way for some reason, so I'm not sure if it counts as fortification. Now let's go for wait, this is not the third. Yeah, I didn't kill any like scout or anything, so this is not the third. And I do kind of want to reveal the iron. Maybe I should. Let's go for writing first. We get to choose a pantheon, so let's see what is left. So, fire goddess, city patron. Actually, city patron for my tactic, where I go for the theater squares as soon as possible, might be viable. Might be, I'm not sure. God of War is useless. God of Healing, useless, at least for my game. I'm really not sure if anyone can make use of this. Oh, this is interesting. The unit that cleared the barbarian output heals plus 100 HP. It would be interesting if there was like a raging barbarian mode or something. Now, from what I see, the base value we can get is Divine Spark, but we would have to have amphitheaters. Actually, yeah, Divine Spark or the plantation. Now we have irrigation. We also have bananas. Wait, that's plantation or I think it's plantation. Pretty sure about it. Let me check it. Plantation. Unlocks the builder ability. Yeah, banana, citrus, cocoa, coffee, and we already have wine and bananas on our continent. What else we have on our continent? As for us, we have marble, which is a quarry, I think, maybe a mine. It could be a mine. Is this the incense? So that should be another irrigation, but it's not really worth to work the incense if it's on a desert isle either way. And now I'm considering if it's even worth it if it's not on the desert isle. Holy shit, that's shitty. Incense, vine, marble, and what's the fourth one? Is it mercury? Alright, I think divine spark. Well, if I wanted to talk about the immediate benefit, plantations is pretty good to extra culture. But divine spark is actually our game defining play, I think. So let's just go for divine spark. I'm really tempted to take the plantation just for the three culture that we would have here, but yeah, I don't think it's worth it. So let's put another plantation here. Uh, but yeah, great people points like getting the great works of writing is actually our game plan. After all, yeah, he did heal plus 10, but I'm not sure if I had to fortify for that. I think you don't have to. Now I did hear another barbarian spawnage, so let's actually just write a barbarian camp or outpost, whatever. Two results. So this is the one that spawned. It's next to the city, but he cannot really pillage anything, so I'm not worried. And very close to Acropolis are unique theater squares that we are gonna pre-build immediately everywhere. Even in our capital we can do it. Actually, I need a builder. And next game we are gonna go for early theater squares, while also maybe potentially building a wonder somewhere. Let me actually see. Is there a Oracle? I could go for Oracle actually. In capital and just it depends if it depends on the competition, but it could be very good in capital and especially good for my. Does it? I guess we will also test if the Pantheon will provide any benefit with the Pingala promotion. We'll see. But yeah, guys, it's time to end the episode. So thank you guys for watching and see you guys next time. Goodbye.